services, or COPS, is also traveling to Ferguson tomorrow.
Well, I'm glad he's addressing it, but how about calling for calm,
We've
Mr.
also
President?
had experts from the DOJ's Community Relations Service working in Ferguson.
We realize
since
that the medical students who are rioting
among local
mean well.
and reduce tensions among the community. So let me close just saying a few words about the tensions there.
Okay.
We have all seen images of protesters and law enforcement in the streets.
Yep.
It's clear that the vast majority of people are peacefully protesting.
The vast majority?
What's also clear is that a small minority of individuals are not.
Is he kidding?
Well, I understand the
What
passions
website
and
is he
anger,
reading?
that arise over the death of Michael Brown. Giving into that anger by looting or carrying guns and even attacking the police only serves to raise tensions and stir chaos.
Why don't you say that you're going to arrest them? What are you giving such a scholarly speech for? Just say you won't tolerate it. They're going to be arrested, and that's it. Oh, here comes the Schmendricks in the audience with questions now.
Must be vigilantly safeguarded.
Any minute now, the Schmendricks will ask the questions.
There's no excuse for excessive force by police or any action that denies people the right.
You see the moral equivalency of the social leftist? Do you understand what he just did? The rioters and the police are equally to blame. Do you catch this?
So, to a community...
I'll go back to Martha's Vineyard and have some Chardonnay and leave us alone.
Once again...
Go have some clams at Quag, for God's sakes.
Simply holler at each other. Let's seek to heal.
Oh, what a wimp he is as a president.
We've got to use this moment to seek out our shared humanity.
Why don't you just say that any protesters are going to be arrested if they keep this up?
A young man and the sorrows of parents.
The young man already. How about the officer who's almost killed?
The ideals that we hold as one united American family.
Oh, my God. The ideals of Karl Marx.
In too many communities around the country, a gulf of mistrust exists between local residents and law enforcement.
You mean the residents who are not working and robbing and looting and drug dealing? Those are the local residents. That's your constituency.
Through initiatives like my brother,
I have a great relationship with my police.
Changing both perceptions.
Because I don't loot, I don't rob, I don't sell drugs.
And already we're making some significant progress as people of
I
goodwill
shouldn't get agitated.
of all races are ready to chip in. But that requires that we build and not tear down. And that requires we listen and not just shout.
Oh, God.
That's how we're going to move forward together.
Yeah, right. Okay, sure. Mr. Balanced.
And understand each other and not simply divide.
Yeah, beat up the cop. That's all. That's the answer. Beat up the cop and we'll be on your side.
Tight to those values in the days ahead. That's how we bring about justice.
Oh, God, that we need a president in this country.
So with that, I've got...
when are we ever going to have a president in America?
I'm going to start with Jim Kuhn, the AP.
Right here, Mr. President.
Yeah.
When?
The incident in Ferguson has led to a discussion about whether it's proper to militarize the nation's city police forces. And I'm wondering whether you wonder, or you think that you see that as a factor regarding the police response in Ferguson. And
oh, shut up, you wobbly. Okay, so now what does he want, a federal police force? Get rid of all the local police? Why don't you just create the SS and the SA under Obama, a private national police force that answers to Eric Holder? Get rid of all the local cops. Let them turn in their guns. A good, reliable federal police force is what we need.
That helps ensure...
Okay, I've had enough. I can't take it. I'm too far gone with this guy to listen to him for another second. He was on the right track. He could have said, this is a terrible situation. Justice will be served. If anyone shows up with a Molotov cocktail or breaks a window, anyone who attacks a store is going to be arrested. We're going to throw the full weight of the federal law against any protester who does anything to violate the law. End of story. Go home. Go buy a new pair of baggy pants. Go sell another bindle outside of junior high school. But no, he didn't say that. No, he didn't say that, did he? I'm sad. I am so sad today for African Americans who worked so hard in this country to come so far, to have all of their gains evaporate under this administration. I mean, I'm sick. You got to understand something. I'm not happy with the situation. I'm sick over it. It's bad enough that we have these characters in the White House and in the Justice Department and everywhere else. But to see the gains of civil rights that have been made, let me tell you something. If I were a middle-class black man who would work so hard to overcome my poverty or whatever, and I had something in this country, I know that behind the scenes, white people I work with are going to look at me differently after this. People who had come to kind of feel like they could accept, everyone and we can get along, they don't feel that way anymore. They're not going to look the same way at their co-workers after this. Do you understand this? Do you understand that after Holder's deviousness and Obama's deviousness, do you have any idea what it's like to be an African-American man in this country? Let's say man, because I'm a man. I can't even relate to being a woman. Pardon me. I'm projecting man. I'm trying to relate to how I would feel. It's the same way as a Jewish person would feel watching Baden, the medical examiner. It's about the same way as watching that happen. It makes you sick. When you see a guy like Michael Baden who wears his Jewishness as a weapon on his sleeve to justify what he does, it's enough to make people sick to see the kind of craven insanity that gets passed off as professionalism. All right, whatever.